well-known YouTubers and all KQKC subscribers. I want to say good morning to you, and also want to talk about the respect that the Wilder and Fury fight is getting, and well deserved, I may add. And of course, you know, the dumbass promoter Eddie Hearn is sending out his minions to pretty much discredit the fight. And like I said once before in my video, that you cannot change the linear heavyweight champion, because he's the man that beat the man that beat the man that beat the man, and on, right? That's right. And he would be going against who? The WBC heavyweight champion. Now, you can't make a bigger fight than that. And just for fun, okay, guess what? Anthony Joshua would be making only $10 million fighting Povetkin. And we all know he don't get the full $10 million, because he got to, pay the cut man, pay the promoter, pay this, pay that, whatever. But he could have $50 million. But he'd rather take $10 million and fight a mandatory? Now, I wasn't the greatest student in school, but I got basic common sense. And that shows you what? That he's scared. He's not building a fight. Because if he was, he'd be out there more. We all know what boxing is. Yes, it is a business. But these two I'm looking at right now will be the best heavyweight fight, I believe, this year, with Wilder and Ortiz coming in second. And you know what? Deontay Wilder is right. He said, and I quote and unquote, that Anthony Joshua built his name basically and rep off of the Klitschko fight. After he got knocked down and Klitschko got knocked down, then he won. And I'm not going to mention the Tekan fight, because basically the referee helped him out on that. So I'm not going to talk about the past, but let's talk about the future. So the Dylan White, we all know he fights for Eddie Hearn. Well, he had this to say about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to read just a little bit of it. You know, it's coming from his verified account on Twitter. And he said, a bunch of cowards. Bronze Bomber and Gypsy King 101. Let's go chumps. See, Eddie Hearn is sending them out to do that. He's sending them out to discredit the fight. That's what he's doing. Sorry about that. I had to roll over there and get my coffee. Anyway, so that's what he's doing. He's trying to discredit this fight so he won't make no money. Well, first of all, they're going to be making money. All right? Tyson Fury is not taking that type of risk without getting paid some dollars. And Deontay Wilder is making the highest paid. Now, they haven't announced it, but I guarantee you, this is the highest paid fight he ever will have. Why? Because he rightfully owned those belts, Tyson Fury. He didn't lose them inside the ring. Now, that's a different story. He had personal problems, and they took him. Or he gave him up. I don't know. Wherever it was, he is still the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. Now, of course, you know Tyson Fury, he had to respond back. And he had this to say And I'm just going to read a little bit of what he said on his verified account. Enjoy Dylan White being a workman for Eddie Hearn. I did everything that you can dream of. I have done everything that you wanted to do but couldn't do. Now, that and more, if you go to his account, you can read more of it. But he's right. He has done that, been there, and done that. And what has Dylan White has done? Nothing but dodged, and dodged. For some reason, Eddie Hearn likes to surround himself around duck, goose, goose. Dimitri Andre, he ducks out on Charlo. He ducks out on a lot of people. Jarrell Miller, he ducks out on Pulev. Dylan White ducks out on Ortiz. Duck, goose, goose. Am I making myself clear? You understand where it's going? Now, of course, Tony Bellew trying to ask the question, and we all know this is a London type reporter, okay? He want to know, how did Fury get a fight with Wilder and Dylan White did not get a fight with Wilder? So that's easy to answer. Mr. Bellew, Tony, Bubba, listen. Tyson Fury got a fight with Deontay Wilder. For one, he is the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. And number two, Deontay Wilder's side and Frank Warren, they know how to do business together. They respect one another. They show respect. There's no shade in the game with Frank Warren. There's no shade in the game with Shirley Finkel. Already been through that. He had 20-something world champions, not counting Deontay Wilder. And of course, Al Heyman is his advisor, so that's one answer. And number two answer, you are not the mandatory. For one, Dominic Brazil, with his crime ass, is the mandatory. You are the number one spot, but you hold the silver, which I was confused before, but it was explained to me how it went. So Dominic Brazil is the mandatory to Deontay Wilder, per Suleiman of the WBC governing body. So, if you had Dylan White, I'm talking to you, if you had a promoter that knew how to talk to people, knew how to not lie to people, know how to negotiate with people without bullshit in the game and without trying to get them the short end of the stick and them or him getting the better end of the stick. And you had a chance to fight Deontay Wilder. And Tony, this is for you too. He had a chance. Deontay Wilder and Shirley Finkel said, sure, we fight Dylan White, but you have to add Anthony Joshua onto that contract. And Eddie Hearn will not do it. Now, does that answer your question, Tony Bellew? Talk to your promoter, Dylan White. You should have pushed him harder. Other words, you should have opened your mouth. Other words, don't be a workman like Tyson Fury said. Open your mouth and be a man. So, this fight will do way big numbers. I already see it. That fight will be sold out within less than 48 hours. I'm looking more like 30 something hours. That fight will be sold out. Now, this is KC expressing his idea, a hypothetical, or this is an educated guess. No, that's better, an educated guess. Now, I believe that Anthony Joshua fight with Povetkin hasn't sold out yet. What happened to that? Oh, he sells out tickets in 10 seconds. What happened to that? And remember, people in the UK, y'all tickets are what? $25 to see a boxing match? A heavyweight professional boxing match? $25? We pay that for baby amateurs. We pay that for maybe not even Golden Gloves. They cost more than that. You know how much seats go for in the United States? No, you don't know. You're not a big country like we are. Okay? Look it up. I'm not going to tell you. Look it up, then get back to me. I told you. KQ, KC, welcome all comments. And once again, these two that you see in front of you have much respect for each other. But come the time to fight, all that respect will be left outside the ring. I seen Deontay Wilder smile. But come game time, he's a bronze bomber. And trust me, he's coming. Oh yes. And another thing, Eddie Hearn is mad because the whole world, the whole boxing community is talking about this fight. When the last time you heard Anthony Joshua and Povetkin? When the last time you heard anybody talk about that fight and how it's going to go? When the last time you seen a press conference with them? You know why? Because when you get played by karma, you don't have that to go out there and get it. You in like a slight depression. And Eddie Hearn is in a slight depression. And you know what? I don't give a damn. I hope he loses his damn mind. You know why? Because he's trying to make Deontay Wilder lose his damn mind. Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, Deontay lying. Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, Deontay lying. Oh, it ain't going to be a fight. Oh, well, it is going to be a fight, but he going to fake an injury. Or this and that. Okay? And he been wrong on every account. I see Shelly Finkel back there laughing. Because, you know what? Deontay Wilder. And, I mean, it's just funny how things come full circle. I mean, don't you understand that, subscribers? You know, it's just funny how things come full circle. Here, Dylan White, Tony Bellevue, I mean, all the Matchroom fans or fighters, you know, just trying to sabotage this fight. But you know what? The world is not going to let them. Because, you know what? The cat is already out the bag. They are so hyped up for this fight. And Tyson Fury did what he's supposed to do. He won, but he probably didn't win in dramatic fashion. And I can understand that. It's only the second fight back. He didn't want to push it. He didn't want to run out of gas. And next thing you know, we all know when you fatigue, you do what? You let your guards down. Your defense is not as tight. Your offense is not as tight. And next thing you know, you can get hit with something that you don't even see coming. And guess what? Night-night. So, He played it safe. He did what he's supposed to do. He worked on a few things, and that was it. And of course, we knew Deontay Wilder would get in the ring, as you see there, and they do a face-off. It's a promotional thing. That's all. It's just like Saunders. You know? They interviewed Deontay Wilder and Saunders. It was all a love. That's all, like he said, with the chicken and everything. That was just fun. So Hatman Strikes Back, don't try to hype it up to more than what it is. Deontay Wilder interviewed with him and gave him a hug and said it's all about promoting the fight. And Saunders said, I threw that chicken and I got the hell up out of there because I know he'd kill me. But I guess Hatman had put that in there. But you see the bias? That's why I keep telling everybody, stay away from fighters on a close relationship. Interview them. You interview them correctly. And what I mean correctly, ask the hard questions, barbershop conversation. Just because you're friends with the porters doesn't mean the porters cannot be asked the hard questions. And don't take no bullshit answer and let them divert from the question. I've seen that a lot. And guess what? He let it go. Why? Because he's friends with Kenny Porter. See, that's where the bias come in at. Now, he means well. Trust me, he does. And I like barbershop conversation. You know. But sometimes you can do things and you don't realize you're doing them until somebody pull your coattail, like I'm doing right now. You cannot get close to a fighter. You cannot. Boxing ego and everybody else. If you're going to be traveling to fights and interview people, interview them the right way. Okay? Interview them the right way. I bet 78 Sport, if he was doing that, I bet you to ask Kenny Porter, listen, your son didn't mention Earl Spence until he had a fight going on. Your son used every excuse in the book why he couldn't fight Earl Spence. And we don't want to hear about it got to make sense in business. Why? No, forget that. Y'all both had the same advisor. If both wanted to fight, the fight would have been made. And trust, you would have made a little money. Like you told Danny Garcia, right? When Danny Garcia told you this is Danny Garcia's show. Right? You said, no, we were trying to make some money. Okay. Trying to make some money with Earl Spence. If you win. But I guarantee you, he's not going to do it. Right, Kenny? And why the hell you signing a contract with your daddy? That's your father. That's your blood. If anything on the trust issue, it should be them two. You're praying together every time you get ready to do a fight. So why should it be a contract? Or I can send him down on the shelf. That boy is not 7 years old. That's a grown-ass man. If he wants to, he can sit down himself and fire your ass. Or take you to court. Then it really get messy, right? Yes, it will. And Floyd Mayweather in top rank. And Mikey Garcia in top rank. But I do have to give it to top rank. They went and won a purse bid from Eddie Hearn. You know what? Damn, Eddie Hearn just having a hard motherfucking time over here in the United States. And you know what? He deserved every bit of it. Because the shit he tried to pull, it backfired. And you know what? I bet he ain't gonna try that shit no more. Not no time soon. And I just want to see what's the numbers on the zone fight that Eddie Hearn's going to have, the B-level fighters and the amateurs. I just want to see the numbers. Just that one free fight. Now this is free, so I'm giving him pretty much the upper hand because it's free. Nobody had to pay nothing. I just want to hear the comments and see the numbers. Now, we have a different system over here. If you're going to come over here and start a company or whatever, you're going to abide by our boxing rules. See, in the UK, they don't have to announce their purses. They don't have to announce what they're getting. They do it to brag. That's Eddie Hearn's thing. You know, oh, Eddie Johnson get 15 million. He should be paying me. Don't believe that, okay? Trust me. Him and Barry are getting theirs right off the top. Trust me. But when you come over here, you're going to have to announce that purse. Both. You know, our country, our rules. You get it? And another thing, when that Tyson Fury and Wilder fight jump off, Wilder needs to let the referee know, or Team Wilder, that Klitschko, not Klitschko, oh Lord, man, that man's somewhere in sunny Florida. I'm talking about Fury. Make sure his ass don't hold on to the rope and punch. That's a no-no. You cannot hold on to the rope and punch. So, we got to get that established because I see that he has a habit of doing that. I don't know if it's a habit or he's showing off. We don't know, but time will tell. But one thing I do know, that these two had took the world by storm. Yes. Oh, and yes, I do say I owe the credit to the LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community. Why? Because they pushed the narrative for Deontay Wilder. Now, they're not the only one, but boxing channels that Kenny Porter called us poor and can't afford this and that, well, we are the ones that are making your son relevant. We are the ones that are making you relevant. We are the ones that are making Deontay Wilder relevant, plus other ones now. Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield said, hey, Deontay Wilder is a heavyweight, but he doesn't look like a heavyweight. Heavyweight was much bigger back then. But Deontay Wilder is tall, and he means what he say. He said that this is an interview by Fight Hype, or Floyd Hype, as they say. This is an interview with the ex-champ, Evander Holyfield. That's one thing about Deontay Wilder. When he say, I'm not playing. I don't play this. This is my burger flipping job. And he means it. That quote unquote is from Evander Holyfield. So people, all I can say is, get ready. Soon the tickets gonna sell. Soon they announce it's officially done. Now they're working it out with the venue. Then once they get the date for the venue, then boom, there it is. There it is. And of course, the same people, Tony, Dylan, Eddie, Barry, Anthony, all these dumbasses. I'm sorry, but I have to call it like I said, because you should be excited. You should be saying, well, I hope Fury knock Deontay Wilder out. You know, he is our countryman. But no, y'all don't think that way. Y'all jealous of y'all countryman. Y'all trying to sabotage y'all countryman fight. But you know what? It's not working. One of my subscribers said, but family, it ain't working. And you know what? He's right. It's not working. because they love both of them over in the UK. Over in Ireland, they went crazy, and I'm glad. Over here, once they start doing press conferences, appearances, promotional gigs, everybody loves two fighters that talk shit. And these are the two. This is a magical, stylistic, vocal fight. It doesn't come no better than this. And I hope everyone sit down and think about this video. Think about the pros and cons. Think about the loudmouths from both sides. Think about what one say one will do to the other. I mean, just both are brass, strong-minded people. And guess what? If Anthony Joshua was in Fury place, he wouldn't be saying nothing. You know who would be talking? Deontay Wilder by himself. Then Eddie Hearn would probably say a few things. And that's it. Boring promotion. But you could have not a more exciting promotion than them. So, that's why Eddie Hearn hate the mad respect Wilder and Fury fight is getting from the boxing community. Every boxer or ex-boxer I know is talking about this fight. They forgot the bullshit Eddie Hearn pulled. Well, they haven't forgot. They're just not talking about it. See, you can forgive, but you ain't gonna never forget. And you know what? Karma never forgets. Because now, karma biting you in your ass every day now. Then once they have that exact date, karma bit your ass again. You know what? I'm going to make another video. Every time you get bit or lose a purse bid, I'm going to say karma strikes again. I'm KQ, KC Boxing Channel. If you like what you hear, subscribe to this newly decorative channel. Then you can hit that notification bell. And you get all the videos I upload. And that like button. I want you to pimp slap it like you pimp slapping Matchroom, Barry Hearn, and Eddie Hearn. I want to see how many likes I can get on this. Everybody that look at this video, I want you to slap that like. I just want to see how many people despise or just don't like the man. Or like the man, but just don't like what he did. We'll see. And if you want to make a comment, feel free to comment. The subscribers I have now, they will tell you I will answer every comment if I can. That's right. Yes, I will. And as far as my channel growing, it's growing. Sure, I need subscribers, but they'll come. Long as I bring you honest, unbiased boxing news. I'm always going to see and read about boxing and let you know what's going on in the current state of boxing today. If you go back, you will see I will let you know at least 2 videos or more per day. Without that, that's all I have for you till later. And again, this is KQ, KC Boxing Channel. And I see you when I see you. Peace and love.